wonder, because I just saw Cola walk up in the background, so I wonder if we might get Cola next.
Oh, if that happens to be the pool that we're going to be seeing right now, that may be
No way. Someone planned this. So, Donquavious versus Chris. I'm hoping that like the names are on the right side, that Donquavious is Go-Go and Chris is 1WA, but it might not be, I don't know.
Oh man, this is... I love how we have to base off the names too and just try to follow that through, but the Greninja Ditto could be so volatile, and at the end of the day, if you give that space over to the Greninja that has that main stage control and you try to jump over them, you're going to have these up air strings like you're seeing right now where a lot of that damage is going to get racked up.
Right, and that's the way that Dittos work. They're almost always going to be volatile because both characters, they have the same tools, they have the same win conditions, and so whoever gets that inroads first is going to be able to snowball so hard because they also know exactly what you're going to be looking for. Now, Donquavious has Chris stuck off stage, going to be looking for that ledge trump, doesn't actually find it, so that's going to be a down throw bear, and that's the stock.
And right by the ledge too, knowing in that moment that you were close enough to that blast zone, knowing that you want to try to DI towards the stage right there, you don't want to DI away, gets that back air, and now still continue on the momentum, just the down tilt attempt, try to slide in, doesn't try to overextend here either. Not really putting themselves, other than the time that they just put themselves on the ledge right there, but you saw Donquavious actually get right back to center stage, jumping right over Chris.
Yeah, Donquavious, like, he's fully aware that he has the lead and no longer needs to approach. He's got a full stock lead, and now it's just a game of how many times can I whiff punish him until he takes the stock. Because he wants that extra credit, he wants that, like, little step closer towards winning this game, and there's another whiff punish with the Nair.
He goes back here. Right here coming in, allowing the punish to come in, and forcing Donquavious to play off the stage, to capitalize off of that, takes the stock. 52% though, leading it up. 65 after that grab, but still not too far away for Chris to try to make this comeback. Still a little bit more of chip damage coming in from Donquavious to actually try to build up this gap that he's been able to make for himself, but playing by the ledge has not been in his favor here.
I think expecting another Greninja player to DI in on dash attack is a little bit silly, looking for like that dash attack up smash. But I respect it, because if that hits, like you've got their number.
Now you can keep up the pressure too, like you're seeing right here from Chris, the up air into the fair. Just force out that air dodge. Donquavious gets back safely, but catches another jump from ledge.
Yeah, he's been doing that a lot throughout this, and I think Chris is certainly starting to catch on. That could have been a fatal error, too, if Donquavious was prepared for it. He's not, though, so Chris is going to be able to get a second attempt back on the stage. And despite the early lead taken by Donquavious, we almost came within 3% of each other before that stock was taken.
Nice to highlight right there with both of these players respecting each other, now capitalizing off of that down smash attempt. Rather late too, maybe trying to catch just the neutral get up, but could have been punished off of a get up attack too. Just times it here with Chris trying to play here, trying to keep the aggression by the ledge. Very even setup right now.
Yet again, a game of getting as much extra credit as possible before Chris manages to take this stock. But the F-throw is going to put him in a bad spot off stage, has to get up, but actually makes the adjustment, doesn't jump get up this time, and gets past him, especially with a couple parries.
Quick adaptation, does get that down tilt, but you like the tech here from Chris on the platform to avoid the up air attempt. Actually predicting another jump. Donquavious is like, all right, I've been doing it. Maybe Chris is going to do it here too. But Chris actually opted to just fall right back towards the ledge. Wants that ledge invincibility instead to try to maintain that priority on the stage. Donquavious still trying to keep this here at 163%. He has not lost his second stock.
Ooh, tries to go for the ledge trump there. He definitely wanted ledge trump bear, but the roll get up is going to be punished by a hefty F throw to take out that stock. 114% extra credit. It's not going to kill with the up air, but he's really close to losing the stock, and yeah, just pokes in with the fair to close it out. Donquavious takes game number 1.
Chase him too in the air. I like how quick he was with that immediately. But with no rage, you're fresh out of a stock too.
Yeah.
But it's okay. But managing to follow him right back towards the center stage, managing to get that fair at the end. I like what I'm seeing from both these players, but it's definitely very toe-to-toe with one another. It's essentially who could capitalize the most off of their ledge play.
For sure, and I think Chris has shown a little bit of too much of a propensity to favor putting himself in the corner, because we saw that a couple of times, like when Chris was in a juggle situation or when he was getting like caught by any sort of combo, he almost immediately put himself at the ledge, because I think that's where he feels safe, because in most matchups, that is where Greninja's safe. It's where you can charge that neutral B, it's where you can wait and whiff punish, but against
Oh,
Ditto?
we
Oh, the
don't tech
stage
those.
spike.
We don't tech those.
Come
that
on.
was so unfortunate right there. He chased for that too. Now
It's-
Chris is in the driver's seat.
It's 2021. Please tech stage spikes. Like, what are you doing?
Sometimes you can try to buffer it. You go in for an accidental air dodge here, but Donquavious is not going to let that falter him. You can see this aggression still keeping up. He wants to keep this in. You can see him still going off stage, waiting perfectly with that timing. Keeps Chris off. Don't think he can make it back, and he's just going to continuously do this because he's forced to try to play by the center stage. You even saw the mix-up attempt from Chris, but no matter where you were going to go, Donquavious was ready.
Right, there's just so much space between the two of them in that situation that literally anything you do is reactable. And I think that's also like a pretty big plus for Donquavious there, that he wasn't getting antsy, wasn't pulling the trigger early, was waiting for Chris to make the attempt at recovery. And
Okay.
Donquavious is like saying pretty heftily here that like, the stage spike doesn't really matter. I'm winning by a lot as he finds that up smash for a 0 to death on stock 2.
All right, let's talk about this momentum shift that we had just witnessed. Chris just coming out of actually trying to make a comeback in game number 1 with Donquavious still taking it, and he is continuing on this aggression. Meanwhile, Chris thought he had started off strong, but Donquavious has just got Chris downloaded here. Chris now turning the tides right as I was saying this, but with that high recovery, he's going to get punished. See the up air attempt, but the parry isn't going to be enough with that multi-hit.
Yeah, pulls the trigger a little bit too early on that shield drop. Gets punished by the last hit of... Oh, he very nearly got caught going deep there with that back air. It would have certainly been the stock and the set, but Donquavious not going to let the pressure up in the slightest. Still chasing after him, still looking for this fair to poke. And Vicky, he can't survive much more of this. Chris is on his last legs here. This is his winner's side life.
Yeah, 113%, now 121. Gets grabbed here. This is going to be Donquavious' moment to try to go for another edge guard, but I love the patience that he has. He's not pressing a button. He's waiting to see where Chris is going to be, and Chris even went for a mix-up on the recovery. He cannot leave this ledge. Still surviving. Good DI, but for how long when you have Donquavious still holding on to 2 stocks?
Right, like how many of those are you going to be able to live through? That's the question. Manages to survive the Nair, so far the answer's 2. But not going to be 3 because the down tilt up air is going to be able to take out the stock, the game, and the set. Donquavious moves on. I hope that was Donquavious.
Right? Can you imagine if it was flipped this entire time?
We never knew for sure.
Look, I get to study a lot of these players, but I do not study the skins that they play in the game, all right? There's only so much you could juggle in that memory. Of yours. But anyways, Donquavious still coming out on top, hopefully. Coming out on top in the Ditto. We don't have stats here, guys. But you know what? Being able to see how a lot of these players are able to make that adaptation, Donquavious still keeping up that momentum.